Well, it has been more than 53 years since the body of a Eugene woman, Janet Shanahan, was found murdered in her car trunk. But family and friends still don't know who the killer is. KEZI 9 News reporter Jaewon Jung shares if new technology could help solve this decades-old cold case.
There are 4 generations of investigators who have looked at this case. We have all their ideas on maybe who might have killed Janet.
For decades, detectives have pored over the paperwork, different sets of eyes, searching for any clue in a puzzling case.
We're trying to piece that all together.
The year was 1969. 22-year-old Janet Shanahan went to her younger brother's birthday party but would never make it home. She would be found strangled to death inside the trunk of her car that was found halfway in a ditch in West Eugene. 5 decades have passed and still no answers. Close friends and family still hold precious memories of Janet.
This case, I think more than any other case, I've received so many messages and phone calls from friends over the years wanting to know if there's been any developments.
Here on Rutledge Street is where investigators say Janet was living with her family. I'm told she was born in Eugene, went to Willamette High, and was attending the University of Oregon to become a teacher at the time of her death. This is why nearly 53 years later, her family and friends are still looking for answers here, and they believe this is their last plea for help.
The family is now adding renewed energy to the search by offering a $45,000 reward for anything that leads to the identification and arrest of Janet's killer. But with a case this old, detectives face the reality that witnesses and memories of that night are dwindling.
The problem we have is some of the original people, unfortunately, are deceased at this point in time. So that's hard. And then memories fade with a period of time.
Some wonder if DNA technology could help crack the case. Genetic genealogist Cece Moore says it's already helped to solve hundreds of cold cases across the country.
There's always hope. If there is any evidence remaining, even if they don't know they have DNA, they very well may have DNA, say on a piece of clothing, or if say there was the car was the crime scene, sometimes they can still find DNA in that old car if it still exists.
Moore says the latest technology has made it possible to find DNA in some of the toughest spots.
There's something called MVAC that you can run over carpets or clothing, ropes, and sometimes that will find just trace amounts of DNA.
But investigators say in this case, DNA technology will most likely not solve the case.
We have no present biological evidence.
Instead, their biggest hope is someone will come forward.
Some firsthand information, somebody who may have been there, or somebody who may have heard from the suspect, or the possibility of the suspect themselves coming forward.
It's about bringing closure to a family who's been in pain for more than 53 years.
This is one of the oldest cases, and we need to kind of get our last-ditch effort at this point in time.
Anyone who knows any information can call the number on the screen. Reporting in Eugene, Jaewon Jung, KEZI 9 News.